steamroll early. They know that
Kled!
like to go toe-to-toe.
Yes! Okay, so we get the first Elise of Worlds. We've got Fnatic C currently. A bear trap on a rope. We'll catch onto Burpo. It's a small advantage for Kled and Skarl as he continues to run him down just a little.
A nice little trade from Ray early on. Gets a little pullback again. Meanwhile, around the red buff.
All right, Pulverize comes down from Hylissang and engaged from Haru. The knock-up will catch onto Hilly. He's got Flash available. Flashes over the pit. Here comes Haru. First blood picked up by Scout. And
Lane yet, so there's a bit risk from Haru if he does find Broxah. He's fighting him.
Exactly what you're talking about, Deficio. If Haru jumps onto Broxah, there could be trouble, but a point-blank cocoon helps out Broxah. Haru decides to turn around. Here comes Cap, the flawless duet, waiting for the stun. Will miss! Haru gets away for now. Finds himself in the blast code, jumps into Whippo's hands. Whippo slays Haru. There all of a sudden, Skarl is running for his life, but another great cocoon. Broxah keeps himself alive for a few seconds longer. Jumps back into spider form and is taken down by Scouts.
It's a one there. He did anyway. He walked in. He died. Caps now. Oh!
Now remember, Caps flashed over the wall. He needs to get this stun. A flash over from iBoy. iBoy picks up the third
survive. As long as he takes down the Elise. Another fight.
Yeah, as soon as we come out of the replay, Caps is being jumped on. This is a 3 versus 1. Hylissang has arrived, but can he turn it around? That flash headbutt was simply not
individually in the world in LPL all the time, so they're not going to be too scared of the names on the other side. Reckless will try and steal the Drake here.
Ooh,
actually, we're trying to get a kill.
Very, very low. This actually might help out. Smite will keep Haru alive. Caps, no flash.
Crucially, Hylissang has spent majority of this game without a summoner spell, so they can't even go for a risky defend. They have teleport available on their top laner. Maybe if Alistar had...
If you can find picks, however, she is going to be great. You get a little root onto Mako, a tiny bit of damage. Now Fnatic needs to be careful because this is where the engage is insane.
All right, Mako tries to turn this one around as iBoy throws out the feathers and recalls them back. Whippo is just blown up by Scout, who is on a rampage. Now Caps is in trouble. He's being run down by Haru as the Vanguard's edge does absolutely nothing.
We tried to
warn. In the mid-game, they were able to find the opportunities back into the match, and that's what we need to see if Fnatic can do.
At the same time, if you're EDG, you have
tools to just continue snowballing, and it's really only up to them and their potential mistakes if Fnatic are going to get back in the game.
And historically, this is a team that has made mid-game...
Flash engage and kill someone.
All right, flash over the wall, or rather distort over the wall. Scout continues to look for Reckless. The chains will find him. Mako will set it up, and iBoy will bring it home.
Without summoner spells, you're just juking yourself to death at that point. What can Reckless do?
Absolutely nothing right here. EDG, full control. Will even keep the top lane turret alive. Barely. Tiamat, no! Lost it.
Will
he tried.
Lose the tower, but I don't. We're hiding in the bush, trying to set up some sort of, pick opportunity. Wasn't going to work out as the Rift Herald.
It's walked from base all the way down to charge the turret.
It has been ushered in. It gets the charge and the boot for the bottom inner turret. Whippo is pushed away by Scout. Scout with the Ludens is really doing a lot of work as Whippo's going to try to wave clear. Here comes Scout again. Whippo forced to run for his life. This is a 5-on-5 in the bottom lane.
Remember now to go in.
Caps gets caught up. He's able to flash for now. There's a lot of damage in return. This is the only chance for Fnatic, but it's already a kill onto Cap. Whippo goes golden up in the top lane. They are routed and running for their lives. Yes, there's almost one back with the Demonic Ascension, but it's simply too little, and it's simply very easily escaped this time around. Caps is only sitting on the wit's end for now, and the flawless duet did not find a target, while Reckless is like,
if it's always on cooldown, guys, I can't engage.
That's the next level zone now. Let's see whether this works or not. Whippo's just going to get blown up here. iBoy's on a rampage, 4-0-4.
A lot of mental resilience to be able to recover from.
Yeah, especially because you spent the last couple of days really preparing your...
And then they proceeded to dominate the final. So this
Here
is
we go.
Unknown, and this is exactly the engage that Fisher was talking about. Caps is already out of the fight. Yes, he gets to throw down the ultimate, but I don't think there's enough damage follow-up. A flash engage from Hilly. He sets it up. Only Mako is down. Now Ray is sitting in the back end. He's looking for Reckless. Will find him with violent tendencies. Drops down into the pocket pistol, and Skarl is charging up. Scout now starts to push away Broxah as he's blown up, and Scout is unstoppable. 5-0-8. Whippo's the last to fall. Fnatic are ace.
And once again, EDG, they know, get the fight. You're so much stronger right now. You're going to win it. Fnatic tried their best to fight back, but it's just not enough. That's always the greatest thing when you're this far ahead. It feels like every call you make is the correct one because you can always kill the enemy team.
And that time we saw there was a counterpunch, but the gold lead, the Infernal Drakes, everything that's stacked up.
Do something in the game. Who to find Ray?
Okay, this is a 3-on-1. Ray will most likely go down. It's a shutdown gold. Big find.
Look for
Your
Scout's
danger
damage.
Charge. Scout can just insta-give people nearly 800
Here we go.
ability power.
You see him now, you don't, unfortunately erases him, and he's still looking for more. EDG looking so confident in game one.
The inhibitor's going to fall just before 27 minutes with Ezreal, played by Reckless, not in the fight. EDG are not done yet. They're looking for the Nexus. Scout, he's going to zone away Broxah. He dashes forward to the W, gets the sigil down. Now Hylissang tries for an engage, but there's simply not enough follow-up. iBoy gets the first of the Nexus defense, and now all of a sudden Ray turns his attention to Bwipo. Bwipo's got the demonic ascension, but he gets popped quicker than a hot air balloon. And there's Haru dashing forward to the charge. Bwipo goes down, the Nexus is the focus, and Edward Gaming strike first.
An absolute shellacking for the LPL lineup. Really digging.
Aatrox. Now it is picked by Fnatic. It looks like a Shen top lane on the other side. In this case here, if you do put Victor top, it's Reckless stayed alive, and now bot lane.
It's the LPL special party in the bottom lane, and everybody's invited. Here comes Scout. Hilly's trying to get back to the tower. He gets taken out. First blood for Haro. Stands United, channeled and used by Ray. Now Brox is a juicy target. This is a 5-on-1 as Brox is waiting for support. Caps and Reckless make their way up. Very good flash from Broxah. Gets out of range of the taunt. The chase isn't done yet. Justice Punch used there by Scout trying to chase down Broxah. He's going to get caught. The Tempest, the Cripple, the Slow, the Red, the Kick. Wins of war, not enough, and iBoy's on the board. 2 kills to EDG.
And the Scuttle Crab comes.
But that's Cleanse Irelia, and Scout is already building Ninja Tabi, so it's actually very difficult for Fnatic to find a lane to snowball in the early game.
Flash available, Hylissang does not. Reckless throws down the ult, and Hilly may be conceding his life. Throws up the vault door, and the minion wave will die shortly, but he's just looking to buy some time. No access to the ultimate. Very good sonic wave there from Haro. The kill will be donated over to Scout, just waiting again. Makes it look easy.
And EDG, they love this strategy. Just go bot lane. Every
Short to
single
cool down summoner spell.
Yeah, Sonic Wave there, actually, taunt.
Okay, Chaos Storm is available for Bwipo. He may need to use it. Siphon Power Shield will help a little bit. There's the ultimate going to start ticking away. Ray is going to win this 1v1. Bwipo's running for his life. Siphon Power buys some time. Not enough, and Ray gets a solo.
What do you do when your one winning lane is now losing?
While you win other lanes, Stand United into Taunt, into Galio ultimate. Caps is the target, and can he get anything? The flawless duet stun turns it around. Caps with the outplay.
Victor from Fnatic. See what happens now, another fight.
All right, a little bit of an engage here as Mako does get the pulverized down. Hylissang has now joined the fray. Access to the ultimate. Scout is the target. He's taken down by Hilly. Caps is trying to escape and no further action.
And we know when Fnatic up behind.
Stack up another couple of those objectives. Potential dive mid lane.
All right, there goes the ultimate out of Irelia. Here comes Broxah as well. Scout with a pretty good taunt right underneath. Throws out the ultimate of himself, and eventually Scout goes down. Caps and Broxah took a very long time. The cost is the bottom turret as Haro shows up, and starting to feel the tension building in this game as we're getting close to 15 minutes and Fnatic will even the towers. Let's look for the next 10 minutes. Which team?
See what happens around this Drake before we talk more about compositions.
All right, Mako's going to be looking for the initiation. Stand United has come down, and Hylissang throws out the Fisher. Sonic Wave connects, and now Haro jumps into the fight. Throws down the Killer Instinct. It's a 1-for-1 as top of support has traded. Haro escapes with his life, and iBoy is being run down by Broxah. A stun onto Ray. Sets up another kill for Fnatic, as Scout is underneath the tower. It's a triple kill for Xin Zhao, and it's Caps that gets a double for the ace.
What a huge fight here for Fnatic. EDG, they thought they had the perfect engage because they got onto the Victor. They used so many abilities to kill him. But remember, this is the tank Victor. He's not the main damage dealer. They forgot about Caps and Broxah.
And you can just see, once again, it wasn't all at the same time. Shen ultimate onto Mako, trying to get the tanks in the back line. They're trying to set up, split the map, try and buy time. Wave clear, and just match gold at this stage of the game.
Well, it's going to be hard now with the Rift Out bot side as well.
Experience. They've got map control for now. Look at the mini-map. Caps is pushing top. There's support for Whippo and bottom, and the fourth tower of the game falls in favor of Fnatic.
And the thing about 1-3-1 is it's not like actually they go.
All right, Reckless actually starts this one off as Broxer goes all the way in, throws down the ultimate. iBoy jumps over the wall to safety, leaves Mako to his doom. Whippo and Helisaga trying to set up more kills. There's a defensive push. Mako goes down, and Fnatic, they chuck a lot of EDG. They just get the one.
If Fnatic, they know here the wombo combo only really works if it's EDG starting the fight and reaching the backline on Fnatic's team composition here, but that's not happening when you're the one jumping them.
All right, Baron gets started off as Whippo is going to get surrounded by 3 members of EDG. Dragon's Rage actually helps Whippo out. Haro gets taken down and flashes for safety. The Q shield keeps Whippo alive. Now Ray looking to jump in the pit. There's no smites available. Vanguard's Edge gets Caps a rampage. He takes down iBoy. Now Ray gets knocked up by the Baron to enter kills, and Fnatic are considering another kill. Caps is looking for a little bit more. The BM recall.
In the game with the Baron.
Listen to the Fnatic chants in Busan. That was a flawless Baron setup. They get themselves 2 more towers. They've got the Baron gold. They've got an 11,000 gold advantage. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a series on our hands as Fnatic are looking to break open
organizations globally as their superstar mid laner. Pressure abound for Caps to be able to perform on the world stage.
Well, let's see whether or not this Danish mid laner can help even up the series. There is the engage. The Sand United Taunt comes down, and Whippo's already dead. Reckless and Caps can still turn this around as the Vanguard's Edge disarms members of EDG. They haven't got a kill just yet. Sand United's bought some time. Reckless with 1, Caps with a second. The minions are making their way to the base, and this will open access to the inhibitor.
We got the combo, but it's too late for EDG. The rest of Fnatic can just take them down right after. Looking for their base now. Haro is here to try and defend with iBoy and Mako. It's not enough.
There is still 30 seconds on the Baron buff to close out this game. The Baron Empowered Cannon minion is doing a lot of work as Broxer gets kicked backwards by Haro. One Nexus turret has fallen. The second now will be jumped on by Caps and Hilly and the rest of
You have to
Fnatic.
go.
They turn their attention to the Nexus. There's not much time left. A little bit of an engage. EDG just trying to buy some time. Reckless goes forward, trying to get the ricochets and the boomerang as Caps gets a stun from the flawless duet. He stays alive. Broxer stays on the Nexus, and those style points continue to grow. That's a dash. That's a kill. That's 1-1 in the series.
And every now and again, as commentators, we get to sit back and watch a star born on the international stage. And
I got Xiao on my side, and I'm a Yasuo versus Syndra. We're gonna stomp this mid lane.
this is one of the highest value Poppy picks I think we have ever seen. Top side, very much cheap tempo because he cuts out half the lane as he ults up there. You can already see that Ray, and that's kind of 2 games in a row as iBoy goes forward.
All right, remember, no flash on Mako. Let's see what he can do. iBoy's going to use a killer instinct to escape, gets stunned up. There's a good devour. He manages to escape with his life.
I love that play from Mako right here. He knows if he stays out of range from the CC, iBoy can always ult a little bit towards him. He's mid though.
All right, let's take a look. Caps will manage to get the knock-up on Sahara.
There's the Tomcat.
He's holding on to that last breath. The Tomcat not even going to be needed. Scout manages to find the stun.
No, but Brox is here too, so they should feel fine.
That is just a good read of the map. Broxer, however, dodged Mako's sight.
Ooh, is this a little bit of a counter kill? The tower has fallen. Now the teleport's starting to be channeled. Mako's got that grey health. He pops it, stays alive just long enough for the rest of Edward Gaming to arrive. Broxer gets the first kill for Fnatic, and in the ensuing team fight now, Haro's running for his life. He doesn't have access to the Hextech ultimatum, but Ray with a beautiful poppycopter. He holds Fnatic in place. There's not enough follow-up damage though. Hilisak
Knock off from Caps. Here's a fight.
All right, last breath was used this time round as well as Steel Tempest, and the dashes Caps are slowed down.
He got
One more
1-for-1.
tower shot. It's a 1-for-1 trade.
But still, you can see that Caps
He's trying to go mid lane as well with that first ulti. Let's see if the Scout can get him here.
All right, Hillesang's waiting in the wings. Here comes Haro as well. Good damage from Scout. Engage as well as the Abyssal Voyage. Unleash power from Caps. He's already down. Haro gets the kill in a 4-man stack.
Really looking for Haro, and he's engaged here. Who can he get on to in the back line of Fnatic?
And vice versa. What about Call of the Forge God? What does Whippo do? Here comes Ray. Uses that steadfast presence, just taunting and baiting and trying to find an opportunity, and he's not finding it yet.
And maybe now they actually have to wait for it to come back available. Keep jockeying over this lane. Top lane wave is pushing in.
All right,
Maybe
Caps is going to look for an opportunity. Where's the knockup? Keeper's Verdi comes in and knocks Broxer away.
Oh.
There's no follow-up. There goes Haro. They've already blown up Caps. This is a fantastic fight for Edward Gaming. They've already got two.
And EDG, they were waiting and
just some uncharacteristic patience from the LPL squad, waiting for the wind wall to come out, then instantly blowing up the mid laner of Fnatic.
Oh, they're gonna get another one. Such a big play. It doesn't matter what's gonna happen late game in a side lane against Yasuo if you can just do this.
These more hybrid mid-game items. EDG recognizing if they don't seize control now, this game becomes more difficult.
They completely stopped Caps from getting away with the game and actually using Yasuo's Sin Shout to try and stop Scout from doing anything. He's running.
There's an Infernal coming up in a minute and a half, and is this really just buy time to get damage?
Yeah, I actually think it is at this stage. You can see that if EDG get there first...
Infernal Drake has been started. Hylissang will try to body block at least a little, down and secured by the smite. Core of the Forge God comes out, it's interrupted. No follow-up. Caps is still waiting for the last breath. He finally throws it down, but it's only on Mako. Bwipo gets the first kill of the fight, and it's a little bit messy. Scout running for his life. He's already unleashed his power, but he hasn't killed the damage dealers. Reckless is still untouched as a boomerang blade flies across the team. Eyeboy is slowed down. That's a great stun from Eyeboy. Killer instinct into death. Eyeboy suicides. He flies into Fnatic. He gets dunked. It's a triple kill for Reckless.
It was suddenly all about the AD carry here. Fnatic found a way to the Infernal Drake bot lane.
All right, now Haro will be able to find something against Bwipo. There's a lot of armor to work through. Fellow's Breath is helping. Bwipo tries to turn it around and gets chunked down by the Precision Protocol.
Yeah, and sure, you get a kill, but you've just given up the Baron. You asked about EDG's mid-game, and they throw it all the way on the back end of a hero ultimate from Eyeboy.
And the start actually looked nice with Ray in the backline. He stopped Bwipo from doing anything with his ulti, but suddenly EDG could not get in there. They're trying now. He's nice in time.
Is he in time?
Whoa, that was way
no
too
smite
close.
on Broxer during Worlds. He has shown that if Caps is not the one to get ahead, you can still...
He's only got one tank to deal with as they actually use the on-horn.
All right, Call of the Forge God comes out. They're not going to follow up with the last breath, but the Glacial Fissure does. So two ultimates for the tower as Baron.
Unless you need him, you need Trailer for leadership. Let's still see what happens in this game. We keep mentioning the Yasuo, but
available for Bwipo either, so how do they keep them out here?
All right, Steel Tempest finds no knockup. That's
stun.
a decent stun, but there's no follow-up. There's no one else to jump in. Haro does not fancy putting down the baby cage just yet. EDG have thwarted the Baron attempt, and I'm looking at the state of the minimap. I think Fnatic have got a top lane push. I'm not quite sure yet. We'll take a look at that. But bot lane definitely favor of EDG. Caps gets out of range of that Void Seeker and looking for the knockup. Call of the Forge God is good. It's onto Ray. There comes Haro. He looks down the Hextech ultimatum. Reckless is locked inside. And instantly the Hourglass is thrown down both for Bwipo and for Haro. Keeper's Verdict is huge. EDG, that's exactly what they wanted. They found one. They found two.
this ulti from Bwipo was only...
The decision that this is not the Baron we want to fight for. EDG secure it.
It's so cool. We get these different fights, these different setups, and we see different results.
In each of these fights, Ray will once again be the target. Keeper's Verdict comes out. It doesn't hit anything. It was interrupted. Ray gets caught by the last breath. This is a split. Maker's already down. Ray will fall immediately after. Fnatic somehow find EDG.
Man, EDG, you won that great fight before. You got the Baron, and then they split up in two. We get another ulti from Bwipo, and this time it doesn't matter who you hit, just hit someone. And they get the block with the wind wall onto Ray's ulti.
They got in the game. The two tanks are dead. Fnatic can just look to push.
Oh, there's 40 seconds left for Ray, 30 seconds for Mako. The Fnatic chants are starting. Eyeboy is left in the back end. He's trying to shoot down with that Hurricane. That's an interrupt onto Hilly. Caps gets chunked out. Scout has got the unleashed power as the stopwatch is used. That keeps Caps alive. Unleashed power blows him up. Fnatic are unable to finish. Remember, Baron empowered minions on the side of EDG.
So that the second one, if the game keeps going, will be a huge win condition for them. They have the objective they need now.
CS activated for Reckless's Sivir. Is it enough? It's going to be all on the initiation. There's the knockup from Caps. He's sitting on top of Ray. The Scout of the Week has found no stun. Fnatic, they turn it on. There goes the last breath onto Ray. The on horn catches out onto Haro. But Eyeboy, he's jumped into the back line. He stays alive for now. He's knocked up with the Glacial Fissure. So fights a multiple
can't
fight.
kill him.
Nobody's dead yet. Finally, Reckless gets knocked down. There's the Hourglass thrown down by Ray. iBoy's still alive. Still, nobody killed. Finally, Reckless is unstoppable. His 501st CS is killing EDG. Now they're running.
EDG with Haro can always threaten a steal.
Will Fnatic stick on this pit? Take a look. This is 4 members of EDG sitting behind the pit. Ray has just respawned. He's got teleport available.
I think Scout does more damage than Smite. They can go for it.
Oh, secure it! EDG pick up the Baron, but it's at the cost of Haro's life. Now in a numbers advantage, what can Fnatic do? They're jumping onto Ray. He's running away. He's got no flash. He's thrown down the stone plate, but I don't think there's enough. Fnatic will get 2 kills.
And in the late game, when you go for a steal, if you die, you're dead now for 50 seconds. Fnatic have time to start pushing and try and get everything.
And this time around, there is no flashes. There is no ability to outplay. Still 40 seconds left on Haro.
109 games played at the 2018 World Championship, and only 10 of them have been won with a gold deficit. Fnatic are behind 4,000 gold at 50 minutes, and they are pushing onto the Nexus turrets. The last time they tried this, they failed. The last time they tried this, Scout saved the day. Can he do it again? The Nexus turret is falling. Hellesang has found iBoy. iBoy's running back with the killer instinct. That's a devour from Mako. The Nexus turret still stands, and iBoy is just about to get blown up. He's got a GA to come back alive. GA is popped. Fnatic in a 5-on-2. Scout still untouched. Finally goes golden. Nexus is down. Fnatic lead the series 2-1.
And what a gutsy...
And a Nocturne level 6 against the Syndra. It's very easy for Fnatic to shut her down. Will be a bit harder for Haro here on the Lee Sin, but he can do it if he's
denied the ward going out, and maybe he face checks it now.
Here comes Haro, Sonic Wave, needs to find the target. The knock-up catches onto Hilly, resonating strike, first blood, EDG.
And EDG strike first, you could
need a good start to instantly bounce back.
Ooh, good stun onto Caps. Whoa, Dogsphere comes out, that's a flash for Ignite in the skill matchup, 1v1, goes to Scout. Scout has left the mid lane. He's coming to help out top. There's a flash available to Whipbone. He's got Demonic Ascension ticking. Now, Ray, when he gets popped into zombie mode, if at all, will put a lot of damage down, and that was just really well played.
The bottom lane gank that is coming. All of a sudden, Scout goes topside, looks to pick up some fruit, grabs himself a kill.
Well, Fnatic are able to pick up a dragon at least. It is a Cloud Drake at 8.
Try to keep Haro in the mid lane just to protect Scout. Broxy did not use his ulti, now to get him!
All right, that's already a lot of trouble. Brox is going to get taken out. Unleash power after the spell.
Scout has been the better mid laner today, and Haro is now here around the Rift Herald.
All right, Caps is coming in towards the Rift Herald. The engage is actually going to be onto Haro. Wow, he flew across the map with that blast cone. Now the Rift Herald is about to reset. Watch that patience meter. It's dropping targets, so the Decimating Smash comes down. Rift Herald will get secured, but the engage from Mako gets the stun, gets the knockup, and it gets Mako out. Now Brox and Caps trying to turn this one back around. Ray is already getting the autos down. He's in trouble. Will get propped. Scout of the week was massive. iBoy comes in. He takes down Cap. Whippo will at least get one back onto Mako. Now he flashes over the wall. Broxer is looking for Scout, but he can't chase into 3. This is the first 2 kills for Fnatic.
And it looked great for Fnatic as they had their support first to the play still going.
All right, Demonic Ascension was used. The passive on Swain will force a flash out of Scout, and I think iBoy should be able to pick this one up. That Sith Lightning's not going to be enough to take down Ray. And it is just a matter of time. The passive from Swain will buy
have to take this
a few extra seconds. It's actually Scout that cleans it up.
He just want to fight someone.
Well, it's so important to look at this next engage. Reckless has already used the flash to escape. Hellesang goes down. He is just blown up by EDG in the Rift.
Winning the early laning phase, create picks, but the level 1 did not go in his favor. Scout, whenever Broxer was in range, the ulti was popped before there, but then he realized, wait a minute, there's 2 players. We can't actually do this on the turret. So Scout continues to just push and be safe. Cap's in the brush, but he's all alone topside. Fnatic are pushing bot and mid.
And game 1, the game that EDG were able to pick up the victory in.
Mako. If you land any of them, either Mako's engaged, stun from it.
Oh, goodbye, iBoy! blink. And this will be a 5-on-5 brawl in the mid lane. Who pulls the trigger first?
There we go.
That's a cat! That's a dead Reckless! iBoy's able to escape with his life. The Killer Instinct shield brings it back up. But Scout is blown up! It's Whippo Swain on the front line! He goes golden thanks to the Hourglass is regenerating thanks to Demonic Ascension, and they're bloop! Not enough to kill Mako. Now a chain, that's gonna lock down Ray. There's a follow-up from the Sith Lighting. The box is finally used, but nobody's caught by a death sentence. So far to 1-for-1. It's an ADC for a mid. The visions of the Empire come down, and EDG are follow-up. Fnatic are fishing, looking for opportunities. Caps not gonna be able to find it. They will get the tower. No contest yet from EDG. That's 3 Drakes to 0 in favor of Fnatic.
However, this is putting a clock on the game. All of a sudden, you get towards able to find him.
Visions come out. Ooh, Scout's able to escape there. A lot of damage coming out. I don't know if Caps could have done it. That's decent, but jumps all the way in. Unable to find the kill, but the paranoia goes all the way forward. Broxter finds Scout. He uses the stopwatch to buy some time. Here comes Ray in the back end of the fight. He manages to take down Whippo. So far, 1-for-1. The box comes down. This will force any follow-up. Ray is killed. It's Hillesang that gets the credit. 6 kills in favor of Fnatic now.
And you can see time and time again, Fnatic are just looking for their opportunity.
If they can land the stun and secure a pick, it's great. They're onto him.
Oh, this is a lot of trouble as Caps is caught up. It is he caught up. Harrow stays alive for now. Caps running for his life. Wave! Finds it. Harrow gets the solo kill.
Once again, same setup here. Actually, Whippo getting jumped in the bottom lane.
All right, Demonic Ascension is used. Hourglass is available. He's going to need to use it. Doesn't even get a chance.
Right now, who's controlling the side lane? Everything else is getting evenly matched between the teams. 4 Drakes now.
It's already below half hit points. Blue Trinket is thrown inside the pit. Passive from Swain comes down. Paranoia's out. And it's secured. Fnatic get the buff. There goes the engage from Mako. He's in, he's out, he's dashed, he's dived. Nobody's dead yet. Ray gets pulled backwards. He uses the stopwatch. Death sentence finds Horror. But now Whippo. He jumps all the way forward. Demonic Ascension is still there. Fantastic stun coming out from Scout. This turns it back around. GA is available for Broxter. But the first kill is onto Horror. There's the passive and the death sentence is raised down as well. Cap is chasing forward. Reckless lets the feathers fly. And the Lovers duo will find a kill. Sire takes out Rakan. Scout is the only man standing as Fnatic crush EDG.
Fnatic take it all. They rinse EDG at the Baron. They're pushing 2 lanes, and they burst this game open.
Oh, this is 30-second death time. Is how much can Fnatic take? They're pushing onto the inhibitor tower.
They're looking for 2 inhibs at least right here. First turret will drop. Another wave coming topside. Ray's dead for 18 seconds.
Oh, you question if they had have grouped whether they would have been able to end. Still 18 seconds on the top laner, but instead they do the smart thing. They take their 10,000 gold lead and they back away.
And we kept saying,
and it means they are now moments away from being eliminated from Worlds 2018.
Every single lane for Fnatic, close to the semi-finals. Fnatic have not been in the semi-finals since 2015.
and it's just such a huge performance from them in this game here, especially Whippo on the Swain. EDG knows they can't just kill the raid boss, they need the ads as well, otherwise they will just take them down.
Well, Ray's already used the unstoppable onslaught, the Nexus is being focused down. Fnatic are one step closer to semi-finals, they're one step closer to a World Championship final. The Nexus is being focused down, and Fnatic, the last standing world favorites, will advance to face Cloud9 in the semi-finals at Worlds. This was a quarterfinals that felt like any team could advance. And Fnatic is the only favorite, the only first seed to stand strong and advance to the semifinals.
But it was supposed to be the year of the LPL. RNG on the Golden Road, IG looking in form. However, it is two European LCS teams with the favorites in Fnatic at the helm that will now push towards semi-finals. This is a team that potentially looks like the favorite.
I don't believe in favorites anymore. I don't think that is a World Championship tone that we can take anymore. Fnatic were on the cusp of losing games this series. EDG stepped up and EDG made this competitive.
Yes, this was a very, very good BO5. EDG showed, especially with Scout in the mid lane, that they could match whatever Fnatic threw at them in the early game. We had so many of these games being very, very back and
Here with Reckless, who has made his second semifinal ever, finally, more importantly, has made it with Fnatic and beat EDG. How do you feel?
I feel surprised. I thought it would be easier than it was. I was very surprised with how clean they actually played. Like, I'm so used to the Chinese teams being over-aggressive and making a lot of mistakes in the later stages, but EDG actually played a pretty clean macro game, if you ask me. And I think we only really edged them out in terms of mechanics, which is very weird to say for a team like us, but at the same time, I'm happy to see that we can actually do that as well, and it's not only like the teamwork that gets us somewhere, but actually individual members stepping up as well.
Well, I was about to say, I didn't mean to throw any shade, but it felt like this wasn't the same Fnatic that I saw beating IG twice in a row and being super decisive. So you already said EDG was definitely very strong. What was kind of off in your team? Did you not feel as online as you did in those previous games?
I think we honestly just weren't in the zone today. I could feel it already in the first game where, like, normally when someone makes a play on us, we are really fast at figuring out what we need to do as a response. If it's like matching them when they come for me in the bot lane, for example, and fighting them there, or just going mid to top as an answer, we're always usually like pretty fast at figuring out what we need to do there. But in the first game, we just let them take over. We didn't make any answers, so I could feel that something was off in the first game, which is why I was so happy to see that we could actually pick up like the most important games in my eyes, which is game 2 and game 3, because that puts you in a momentum swing. And then in game 4, I think we didn't even play that well. They just kind of seemed stressed out. They were walking in and making a lot of mistakes. But in the other games, I would definitely say that they played better than expected.
All right, all realistic, but now let's turn it on the positive, because this has been an amazing Worlds for you guys so far. And you came to me before the match, and you were very confident. You said, am I getting this interview after? Because I think we're going to win. Can you talk to me a bit about the 2018 Reckless, who is confident in himself and in his team's abilities to possibly take the World Cup home?
So a lot of people think that at MSI I was underperforming, which I definitely agree with. But at the same time, I could definitely feel like I was ready to play with these guys. I didn't feel like I was completely outclassed. I mean, I was definitely not having my best games, but I could keep up. I could understand what they were doing and where they were coming from. And when that happened versus Uzi, I thought that, like, now I'm ready. I can actually just, like, I can be the best in the world. So I tried really hard over the summer, even though I wasn't playing, to work on the team aspects, because I knew that if I were to figure out how we can be the best team in the world, then we can win the whole thing. So I would definitely say that, like, it's going to happen now. Like, I can feel it. We're going to make it all the way.
All right, then. Well, Uzi isn't there anymore, so that's a plus. But C9 actually did make very quick work of a Freak of Freaks earlier on. How do you feel about that NA-EU matchup? It is something that the fans' dreams are made of, but that may also bring a lot of stress with it.
Honestly, I don't really care that it's C9 we're going up against. I feel like that's more for the fans, but I'm very happy for the West. I feel like, especially towards my European teams, I have a lot of respect. I think they have all done amazing work this Worlds, like especially Vitality, who don't get the same sort of spotlight that we do since we made it further, made like an amazing run in their group stages already. So I feel kind of proud actually to be representing the West this time around, which is something that usually doesn't happen. So it's cool that we get to play or get to see a Western team in the finals and get to play C9 in the semis.
Fantastic. I think that was it. Congratulations. Great job. A calm and collected Reckless after booking a semi-final ticket. So we'll see how that match versus C9 plays out. Back over to you guys. Thank you very much. I am here with Sneaky. Sneaky, 5th time is the charm. You make it to the semi-finals. A huge, huge, huge achievement. How do you look back on what you guys did in the games versus the Freak of Freaks today?
Yeah, we played pretty well. We were able to come back from deficits. I think games 2 and 3, like, we were losing out a bit, but we kept our mental strong and we ended up winning out. It was super amazing. And yeah, it's first time getting semis for NA and for us. Like, I've been here in quarters 5 times now and always fallen a bit short. Last year was the closest one. And yeah, we're finally able to make it. It's pretty insane. I'm really happy.
It seems like hard work does really pay off. A lot of people have talked about how it can be quite a grind going from the gauntlet to the play-ins to the group stage to this, and the schedule is so compressed. But you guys seem to go from strength to strength. Why is that?
I think it might just have to do with our learning process. Maybe other teams. Actually, No, I was going to say maybe other teams don't have as good learning process, but G2 and EDG are also looking really strong, and they also did the same thing as us. So I think it just proves that a lot of teams are adaptable, and going through more games in Worlds is actually pretty beneficial, even though it's a lot more risky, because you're like, yeah, we could get eliminated before Worlds even starts. So I mean, I like it, and I don't like it.
Well, it is paying off. In the semifinal now, when you look at the playing field, you know, you have an IG, a Fnatic, an EDG, possibly a G2. What do you think sets you guys apart from all the teams that you may be meeting when it comes to the actual game?
Well, originally when we were coming to the tournament, I thought our, I guess our trait would be proactive aggression, but we couldn't really show it at first, and it took a lot of time. And now I think it's really coming out, and we're able to show that. But also, those other teams are super aggressive too, and I think that's just like the winning thing for this Worlds is aggression. Because if you've seen all the Korean teams, like they try to play it slow, they try to play around the vision, but then everyone just goes for the fight in darkness. So it's something we've had to learn, and I think we're really good at now. So I like our aggression.
Yeah, I mean, I like it too. Final question, how does it feel to have the weight of the NALCS on your shoulders, the fact that you could be the first NALCS team to win the World Championship?
Yeah, that's actually nuts. I didn't really think it would be too possible coming in to Worlds, because you know, we always falter at quarters, and all the Korean teams usually look so strong, but this year it's so up in the air that I'm really confident now that we can win it all.
Fantastic, that's what I love to hear. Thank you very much. Sneaky, back over to you guys.
Matches on one side of the bracket is the highest stakes EU versus NA match ever.
Rift Rivals 3!
Fnatic and Cloud9 face off for a spot in the finals. And on the other side, we have the semifinal between the teams that knocked out tournament favorites, G2 Esports and Invictus Gaming. Vedius gave me his quick preview of the NA-EU matchup here, Cloud9 versus Fnatic. Jat, what are your thoughts on the fact that we're going to see these two teams clash?
I mean, I'm incredibly excited, not